Today, I'm going to explain exactly what networks are in Titanfall 2, how they work, why they are good, and the difference between a Titanfall 2 network and traditional networks, specifically when it comes to the invite friends or invite network feature. I think networks are an awesome feature, and once you understand how they work, I'm sure you will too. So stay locked, crush that like button, enjoy, and I hope it helps.
What is currently happening YouTube? Facepalm here, your friend in Oz and NZ, bringing you reviews, tutorials and game clips, minus the You can follow me on Twitter at Facepalm with a 1, not an L. As for here on YouTube, if you like what you find, then like, comment and subscribe. Don't forget to bring your game face. Let's get it done.
So in Titanfall 2, there is a feature in the multiplayer game mode called Networks. And if you are like me, when you started playing Titanfall 2 multiplayer, you would have been wondering, what are networks exactly? Well, outside of Titanfall, we would generally associate networks with a computer network, which is a network of computers connected to each other for various possible reasons. And these computer networks can be set up differently depending on what you are trying to achieve. Similarly, inside the Titanfall multiplayer game, networks relate to a group, aka network of players, and how they are arranged depending on what you want to achieve on that day. At its core, networks are designed to ensure you are quickly and accurately matched with other like-minded players, with the added benefit of a much more social interaction than the traditional friends list that you'd be accustomed to from most other FPS games like Call of Duty. Essentially, with networks, you can sort your friends or strangers into groups and label them however you want. For example, you could label one network competitive network and add only people on your friends list who are in the competitive scene. These networks can be set to either private, so invite only, or to public, where anyone can find and join that network. You can also be a part of multiple networks at a time, and each network can hold a large number of players. So let's break this down. Say you have a list of 50 friends on your PSN or Xbox Live account that play Titanfall 2, but let's say that 20 of those friends work well in a team and always play the objective, which would make them great to team up with in game modes like Bounty Hunt. Whereas the other 30 friends just prefer to run around shooting other players at random, which would make them more suited to attrition matches, which is essentially a team deathmatch mode. Well, you could create a network or group of friends and call it Objective Network. Obviously a shit name, but for example, you could call it that, and only invite friends that always play the objective. Then when you start Titanfall 2, you could sign into that objective network, and the game will grab other players in that network and assign you to the same party, and you'll remain in that party until you leave that network. This way, the friends that will drop into your party will be on the same page as you when it comes to the objective or game mode that you are playing that day. On the other hand, say you just want to shoot some shit up and forget about the added complexity of objective-based game matches, well, you could create a run-and-gun network. Invite players to that and be clear from the get-go that objective is not king today, only kills are. You can also add a message for players when they join a network so that they know what the expectation is from the get-go. These are all reasons why networks are so good, because they reduce the likelihood that you will be matched with players that have a completely different playstyle to you, which in turn means you won't palm your face repetitively or smash as many controllers as you usually would. But networks go deeper than that. They are also a great way to meet new players outside of your friends lists that play a similar way to you, which makes this an awesome social tool and a great way to grow your friends list. And you can do this by joining other public networks. So if you want to search for public networks to join, you can go to Browse, and you can filter the network search results by what type of player you are looking for by changing all these menu options. For example, you may be looking for a social gaming network who plays between these hours with any amount of members, where the membership is open to the public, and let's say that you also prefer to play with players who have mics. Well, once you've set these criteria, you can then go down to Browse Networks, and in this list here on the right, you can join any of these networks that fit that criteria. And all the information you need to know about that network will be listed in the bottom panel here. Then you can go back out and go to My Networks and set which network you would like to be a part of. That way, you'll be pairing up with other players in that network when you're going going through the matchmaking process while trying to find a game. Simples. So how does this differ to inviting friends? Well, inviting friends only invites specific friends to a party, which is the same as you would usually be accustomed to from other games like Call of Duty. But say you don't care specifically who you are matched up with. You just want to be matched up with like-minded players. Once you are in a network, the invite network feature will automatically invite players from the network you are signed into and pair you up with them. It could be anyone, but they are more likely to have the same game plan as you, which makes this a much more accurate matchmaking process and a much more social way to meet new players. By default, Titanfall will drop you into the Advocate network, which has a lot of people, so you can easily start playing online straight away. But I do suggest that you create a network, or at least join a network that contains players that have a similar playstyle to you, as this will take a lot of the frustration out of the whole random matchmaking process, which is good, right? I think so. And that's pretty much it. So now you know what Titanfall networks are and why they are beneficial to you as a player. If you like this video, then crush the like button, ask any questions in the comments section below, subscribe if you wanna, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace!
Thanks for watching today's video. Just remember you can follow me on Twitter at facepalm with a 1, not an L. As for here on YouTube, if you like what you find, then like, comment, and subscribe. But don't forget to bring your game face. Facepalm out.